I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
Good morning, y'all. We're going on Queen Sun Kid C in the chat room. Um, yeah. Um, as with part one, I did a part one called "In Defense of Jasmine Crockett." In part one, I'm gonna begin it the same way. I'm gonna sound hypocritical, and I'm gonna sound contradictory. I might sound contradictory. I might sound hypocritical because I'm trying to remove emotions from this analysis and something to be learned from as well. Y'all remember this painting, right? After the election of 2024. Well, if some of y'all who seen this picture, this painting, whatever, this AI generated image, whatever you call it, you see, a lot of women, black women especially, was saying, we're going to sit this out. And back then, I told y'all, right? And the links of this is in the description box, by the way. I said that image, and if you look at the video back then, it was called "This Might Backfire in 2026," and here's why. Now, I made this a year since November the 27th, 2024, right after, like 2 weeks after the 2024 election. And I saw a lot of women, African American women, saying they're going to sit this out. Now, I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound bad. And I hope nobody make it bad, but this is what happens when. No, you know what? Let me be careful what I'm about to say, so that people won't take my words in a bad way. What I'm saying is, we as a people got to be careful on how we use images because it might backfire in the end. And I think this image helped fuel the nonsense that we see online. Now, I said this. Um, I said this because I said this because I gave a warning about that image is going to backfire in 2026 while everybody else is trying to fight Trump. And it's not just that image alone. Okay. The FBA image, the FBA versus the Tether image. I'm talking about what sunk Jasmine Crockett. And there was a lot of things that sunk Jasmine Crockett. While everybody wanted to blame the Hispanic Latino community, the voters, no. You cannot blame the Hispanic community for Jasmine Crockett's defeat. Everybody's talking about the Hispanics. Everybody want to talk about black men, you know, because now the narrative is black men is part of the problem. And yes, I'm going to admit, yes, black men are problematic concerning in the context of Jasmine Crockett's run, black pastors from these black churches, you know, the black manosphere, you know, some of these black content creators, the FBA movement, the ADOS movement, you know, they target her because she's a black woman. Then they started to say, well, she's from a Haitian community. All that nonsense that you hear on social media. And this is the reason why I have to say that I wish she had a campaign manager. I wish she had her own campaign staff instead of doing it by herself. Now, let me go ahead and say it. Let me go ahead and say it real quick. You know, let me go ahead and say this real quick. Anybody who run an election without a campaign staff and you got 1 million votes, that's a Herculean. You have the strength of Hercules to pull this off without a campaign staff, much less a campaign manager. So hopefully in the next couple of years or so, 4 years, 2 years, 6 years down the road, if she decides to run again, and if she has a campaign manager or campaign staff, who knows if she had just one guy, one person as campaign manager, you know how much dark blue that would be across the state if she had a staff, a working staff. What she did is Herculean, and I got to give it mad props. You know, I got to give it mad respect. Now I know people say, "Well, what all that green?" There's nobody. Let me tell you this right now. Now, before everybody sit there and talk, there's nobody between 4th Ward and El Paso. There's nobody between Austin and there's nobody between San Antonio and El Paso. All these little counties are empty. Okay, so I don't want nobody sit there and say, well, you know, man, the Hispanic community. All right, I don't hear nobody saying that because y'all don't know Texas. There's not that's empty. All this right here, this triangle. If you can create a triangle from El Paso to Fort Worth and down to San Antonio, that's empty. Ain't nothing out there but cows and oil rigs and desert. That's all it is. Nothing. Ain't no water over there. I'm just telling you. Okay. And um yeah. I listen, Queen. I can't sit there and you know. Yeah, I mean that's a Herculean task, Queen. She did the job of her Hercules. Right. Ain't nothing but refineries and desert out there in West Texas. Ain't nothing out there. Which is why if I was on the campaign, right? If I was on her campaign team, you know, I would have told her or told somebody up there and say, listen, you got to go from Laredo up to Amarillo and hang around in El Paso and King County. Where's King County at? Go to Lavallee because hey, listen, go to Lavallee. That's where that mass shooting happened. Go to Lavallee. Where's King County? King County. Where's King County at? Where's it at? Where's it at? It's somewhere down here somewhere. Where's King County? Where's the hell is King County? It's up here somewhere. Hold on, where is it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Well, anyway, it's over here somewhere. It's over. It's 200 and it's 250 counties in Texas. So if she just happened to go anywhere between Corpus and Laredo and up to, she spent more time down here in these border counties, I bet you she would have won if she spent more time and money. Okay, and talk about water. You say so. America is going to have a famine soon, and Corpus Christi, which is right here. Where's Corpus Christi? Natchez County. No, Natchez County. Yeah, right here. Natchez County. That's because she should have talked about water. There's Corpus Christi just ran out of water. I shit you not. There's no water in Corpus no more. They're taking it from other locations, and so there's populations going to San Antonio. If she would just talk more about water, I bet you she would have took some of these counties with her. Now, what about all right here's all the racist people up. these weird mud seals up here in the Panhandle. And then, but she got out the west side, of the state. No, I mean, I'm not west side. I mean, the east side of the state. That's where most of your black population is at. That's where most of your black population is up here, the eastern side of the state. Just to let you know. But yeah, but I'm not here for that. So that's where how it is 99% of the precinct. So yes, she's not going to be the nominee, even if you count from the last vote. Is not possible. Mathematically, is not possible, right? But I'm glad Willie D. I'm glad Willie D made this video. And let me do this real quick out of respect for Willie D. Out of respect for Willie D and his content. Let me put this up real quick. You know, the fair use, because I'm going to go off from what he said, because something he said is also a problem. What he said is, no, what he's talking about is also a problem for Jasmine Crockett, right? And I remember I said this last year, that she's being set up, and it looks like she's being set up not just by the Talrico. She's being set up by the other factions within the Democratic Party in Texas, not just the GOP. Oh, and before I go there, let me also talk about the person who also should be blamed, right? What happened? Oh, that fell over. Not only I'm talk, not only on that, but let me read this before I go and review Willie D's video. Let me bring up this article. Right? Let me bring up this article first. So everybody can sit there and stop with the foolishness of, well, it's the Latinos, it's the Latinos, it's white people's white women. Listen, everybody's to blame, right? But y'all not focusing on what happened in Dallas County. Okay, nobody want to focus on what happened in Dallas County and Williamson County. And here is from the Hill. The Texas Supreme Court halted a lower court's ruling on Tuesday that extended voting hours in Dallas County amid Democrat voter confusion at poll locations. The Lone Star State's High Court temporarily paused a lower court's decision to extend Dallas County voting hours until 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I wish it was Standard Time, that we bump up an hour. Anyway, after Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton appealed the decision and argued the court didn't give him notice of the ruling. The state's highest court added that any votes cast after 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when polls were originally scheduled to close, it should be separate as the court weighs the merits of the case. A Texas judge ordered the polls in Dallas County to remain open later after Democratic voters were turned away at certain polling locations. Dallas separates polling locations by party, meaning that Republicans and Democrats cast ballots at different locations. The confusion among, and hold on, let's stop right there. Now, in my county, right, we all vote at the same place. Most counties in Texas, you vote at the same place along with the Democrat, Republican, and sometimes the Green Party. Because sometimes the Green Party will have a primary, but they don't usually. They do their primaries every 4 years. Every 2 years, the Green Party would do a convention rather than doing a primary. But that's a whole can of worms. I'm not going to go off on that. But anyway, Dallas County, no, I'm sorry. The highest court's reversal creates uncertainty in several key primaries in Texas, delaying the vote count and likely encourage litigation over election outcomes. Dallas County is one of the largest in Texas and is a key Democratic bastion. The county will play a consensual will play a major role in the Democratic Senate primary between Jasmine Crockett and James Talrico, in addition to the contest between Julie Johnson and the former rep Allred. Now speaking about the court case, right? So over here is the filing by Ken Paxton, Supreme Court of Texas, and yes, all the links of this is in the description box. By the way, it's in the description box. So anybody, if y'all want to see this and read it for yourself, it's in the description box. But anyway, the Supreme Court of Texas orders pronounced March 3rd, 2026. Now, as here it says, the district order courts. The district court's order granting emergency petition to extend voting hours issued today in clause number 26-03805, style Carol Coleman in his capacity as a Dallas County Democrat Party chair versus Paul Adams in his official capacity as a Dallas County elections administrator in the 126th District Court in Dallas County, Texas, is stayed. Voting should occur only by permitted by the Texas Election Code section 41.032. Votes cast by voters who are not in line to vote at 7 p.m. should be separated. Here is the other filing in Williamson County, saying it's pretty much the same thing, right? On Williamson County. So this is Ken Paxton filing that same night as he was a candidate for the position that Jasmine Crockett was running in. That was and somebody should have filed a conjunction saying this is a what you call it, something of interest, violation of interest. I've got the word. I've got the term. What is the term? Somebody here help me out in that chat room. What's the term? What's the term? Anyway, yeah. See this, yeah, and I'm glad though you see it. That conflict of interest. Thank you. It produces a conflict. Thanks to both of y'all. The conflict of interest of what Ken Paxton was doing while he was a candidate for the same position as Jasmine Crockett. But he uses authority as Attorney General to file a motion that very night. So yeah, so if y'all want to look it up, it's in the description box of the Supreme Court of Texas. You can find it. Now, let me move on to Willie D, right? Let me move on to Willie D. Hold on. She said, I think the person who initially filed the suit supposedly did not inform him. Well, I hope there is a lawsuit, right, behind Jasmine Crockett losing. But yeah, it's a conflict of interest, and I'm surprised nobody on social media is talking about this, except for me. By the way, except for me, nobody else ain't talking about it except for me. And it's sad that black social media is going to say, well, it's the Hispanics. Oh, well, man, black men gonna come. Well, she got it because of she got the two snaps. Sister girl acting. The respectability politics crap, right? That's how the Ken Paxton. No, there were. Well, how come I'm not hearing that? How come I don't see videos on that? You gotta expand. I'll send you links. Okay. Okay, but anyway, let me go to Willie D, right? And let me do this real quick, because out of respect for Willie D is one of us in Houston, okay, in the Houston area. Well, listen, I gotta get rid of. Listen, Queen, I got to get rid of them in order for me to get out of here. I can't have them. You know, if I rock it up, I can't have them follow me. That's the point. You know. Anyway, where was I at? So out of respect for Willie D, I'm gonna do his fair use. You know, but something he did, something I noticed, and I saw this on Twitter, and the setup is bigger than what y'all think it is. Don't act like it was just the Hispanics. Don't think it is just the black men. Don't think it's black social media. Don't think it was just the white woman, the white liberal female. No, 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 no. Jasmine Crockett got stabbed in the back by her very own. And I'm not talking about the Democratic establishment. I'm talking about her own black Democrats. And when I saw what old girl did, I said, oh, this is bigger than what it is. Anyway, let me go ahead and play it. Hold on. She said the Dallas County Democratic Party chair files a suit regarding voter suppression in Dallas County. Albright and Crockett, I believe, were listed in the filing, from my understanding. I think what happened though, I think that is true. That's true. I think that he filed it before they filed the lawsuit. So anyway, where was I at? Yeah, he did. So anyway, let me go ahead over here. We're gonna go over here and listen to what Willie D said.
Willie D Live.
What's up, Fanny? Jasmine Crockett, Democrat, Texas, faced criticism from members of her own party on Wednesday following her loss in the Senate primary, including one progressive who said she ran an effing terrible campaign. Jolanda Jones, good friend of mine, who is also a Democrat state rep, had something to say about.
See, Alonda Jones. See, Alonda Jones is now currently a state rep in Texas. She represents Houston. Well, parts of Houston, parts of Harris County. All right. She ran against. She ran for the seat that was held by Sheila Jackson Lee when Sheila Jackson Lee died, and she also was one of the state reps that left the state and went. I think she went to Chicago when they redistricted Texas illegally. Her and Tarico went to Chicago and hid there for like a good month and a half. And she was also one of the first that came back to Texas after they got rid of and cut out Jasmine Crockett's congressional seat. Just to let you know what's happening. Don't think it's just men or Hispanics that stabbed Jasmine Crockett in the back.
Jasmine's defeat also. She said, people who don't understand politics, she said, but politics literally had no ground. They know that she literally had no ground. Texas State Rep. James primary on Tuesday as Democrats work to elect a Democratic senator in the red state for the first time since 1988. Yolanda said that L is on Jasmine. There were other Democrats who had comments. One included a comment saying that Jasmine ran a effing terrible campaign, right? Now, here's the deal, fam. As far as I'm concerned, Jasmine's campaign ran no more terrible, if you want to call it terrible, than this guy Tallarico's campaign.
Right, yes. According to the tools she got, her campaign was not that terrible, considering she ran with no campaign staff. She didn't have a campaign staff. And see, usually if you run in a state like Texas or New York or California, right? If you run into New York, California, Florida, Illinois, the big 5 states, right? If you run an election, usually you have a campaign staff, a permanent campaign staff, about 4 or 5 people. You have you're always going to have a treasurer, who's counting the money and all that. But usually, but she did not have a permanent campaign staff. So Jasmine relied on the county parties to do the campaigning on her behalf. And considering what she accomplished, it's a Herculean, it's her Hercules. She did a Herculean act. And you can't say it's a terrible campaign when you have no campaign staff. You have no money to have a campaign staff. While Tallarico was getting money from the Allisons, who funded Donald Trump, and also who also got money from the Benjamin Netanyahu. See, that's part of the reason why nobody want to talk about the other reason why she lost. Because of the war in Iran, and what's going on in Gaza, a lot of money has been funneled back into the United States of certain political candidates, especially from the Allison family, who runs casinos in Las Vegas. He also owns some firms. I want to say firms in Atlantic City and in New York. They follow money into Tallarico's campaign, especially since Steve Colbert is part of CBS. CBS is owned by Paramount. Paramount is owned by Skydance. Skydance is run by a group from the state of Israel. And don't come to me talk about this anti-Semitic. This is not me being anti-Semitic. Do not come in with that. I don't hate people from the book. Okay? I don't. But yeah, so you gotta see that there are a lot of there's a bigger issue going on. They had her sights on her for 2 years. She fell for, I'm gonna say it again, like I told y'all on that live stream I did 2 years ago, that they laid a trap out for her. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Crockett had assistant campaign manager. Tyrico had 28,000 volunteers on his campaign. It's hard to go against. We need boots on the ground in the state. Yeah. So. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about that, Queen. It's coming. It's coming. So now, though, they're starting to release. See, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you what I actually think was going on, right? Now I'm going to go off into the hold on. I like Jasmine's gin. Okay. Okay, Lee. Where was I at? Yeah. Tyrico took his punk ass to New York and came back, having a party. Oof. Edison. I don't know about that, Kev. I don't know about that. Queen, they set both of them up, Queen. They set both of them up. But here is what I'm about to go here with this. About to go to the conspiracy. You know what? Let me hold off on that. Let me hold off on that, because that I was going to do a conspiracy theory, but let me hold off on that. Okay, let me hold off on that.
Tellerico basically was gifted this position. I don't think he earned it, because number one, he don't have Jasmine's record. He don't have her experience. When you get into politics and you start talking about who has the experience, who can lead, who has shown the propensity to lead, Jasmine Crockett's record is stellar compared to his. This guy is a school teacher and a minister. Jasmine Crockett, a proven lawyer, litigator, member of Congress. Her record is far better. And also, she had a national profile. This guy came out of nowhere, which means that he was selected, not necessarily elected.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the picture real quick. Is she's engaged? I see that ring on her right hand. Is that, or it's supposed to be on the left hand? I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it. Yeah. I'm sorry. I have to pay attention to things like that. Go on.
I gotta call a strike, and a ball, y'all. I'm not impressed. I cite the same reason that Jasmine Crockett lost as she and others, and that is voter suppression in Dallas. They suppressed the vote, fam. Think about what I'm saying. They separated the polls where if you were a Republican, you had to go to this. You could only vote at this place. If you were a Democrat, you could only vote at this place. And these voting polls are in different areas of town.
You're supposed to vote in the same location, in the same precinct. You're supposed to vote in the same precinct. And I'm going to say this, though. I really want to go to the conspiracy theory route. I really do, but let me hold off on that, because it's something else is not right. Something else ain't not right about this.
And things of that nature. So depending on who you're voting for, you may not be able to vote at all. They were holding up lines, actually places that were open. They were actually slowing the lines down. They was trying to make sure that people ran out of time to vote. So voter suppression was a real thing.
Right. And let me move on to something else. Move on to this I want to talk about too, the Democratic establishment part.
Jasmine to run either. They voiced their opinion back in December when she first announced that she would run. They were like, no, because let them tell it. They didn't think that she was electable on a national level. She was a star, but they didn't think that she could be electable on a national level.
See, let me talk about that part, right? She's only good. I mean, to the establishment. I'm only talking about the establishment. She's only good, viable when it comes to being on defense. Let me say that again. She's only good when they are on defense. When they're when they are the opposition. When they're outside of government, outside of the majority. She's only good for them on that. See, what they're scared of when they become the majority, then when she's a part of the majority, she has more charisma since she's a charismatic person, right? Since she's a charismatic person, they need to knock they need to knock the ladder off, rip the rug out from under her, because they don't want her to get that much power. Because the thing is not to solve the problems. The thing is to treat the problem, not cure. I bet it's kind of like this. They're trying to treat the disease, not cure the disease. That's what the establishment of the Democratic Party is doing. They're trying to treat what Trump did rather than curing. Make sure somebody like Trump does not come in power ever again. Solve problems with Medicare, healthcare, solve problems with education, solve problems with what's going on out there in the Middle East. Solve problems with poverty. Someone like her would have a program or back a FDR New Deal type policy, Great Society type policy for the 21st century. They're willing to prevent that because the DLC, yes, we're going to talk about it. If you're not a Democrat, if you're not involved in the Democratic Party like I have, there's an organization called the Democratic Leadership Council. That's where Bill Clinton, Al Gore, people like let me see who else, the corporate-minded members of the Democratic Party, they're willing to block any damn thing that will actually bring change. Maybe I'm going too much into the weeds of this. Maybe I'm going too much in the weeds of that, and that's why they're willing to do the whole blue MAGA and getting Talrico in office. Yes, I'm talking about the Democrats. See, don't think though. I'm talking about, the Democratic Party stabbed her in the back. I'm gonna say something, Queen. I'm about to go to the state convention, and yeah. So I'm gonna tell. And when I come back out of there, I'm gonna tell you what happens. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Listen, that's what they're doing. The DLC, the Democrat Leadership Council. Look it up online. You see Joe Lieberman, Al Gore. And the reason why they formed the DLC was to stop Jesse Jackson in 1988. That's all I'm going to tell y'all about. I'll let y'all look it up for yourselves. Okay, looked up for yourselves what's going on. See, she got too many enemy surrounded her. Okay, not just the GOP. There's people inside the Democratic Party itself. So Willie D is on to something, but yet he's not diving deep into the weeds though. But he's on to something though.
But they backed an unknown guy, a guy who nobody knew. He's an unknown guy. They backed him. They got a star player, but they put the bench rider in the game. Get out of here, man. I know what it is. You can say you want to, fam, but let's look at the numbers. Because as they say, the numbers don't lie. When it comes to race, Tellerico won. He had about 70% of the white vote. Jasmine Crockett had 26. Tellerico got 7% of the black vote. Jasmine Crockett had about, well, it says 84 right here, but I've seen numbers as high as 94%. But nevertheless, she had a much larger advantage there. But here's where the rubber meets the road. The Hispanics, 60% of Hispanics voted for Tellerico over Jasmine. She only got about 31% of that vote. Okay, so, and 10% it says someone else undecided would not vote. Okay, so here's the deal.
Okay, yeah, I'm out of respect for him. Let me move on. Let me skip around. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if let me hear some of this though, real quick.
Had all of the black voters, or at least most of black registered voters, would have shown up, Jasmine Crockett would have won. She would have won that primary. You're going to talk about being electable for the general election? Okay. This is why some say she ran a terrible ground campaign, including Jelana. I believe Jelana says she ran a terrible ground campaign. Well, I got to challenge Jelana on that, because here's the deal. This guy's campaign was no better. And we can talk about it. We know knocking on doors is important. We know being on the ground, boots on the ground is important. But if you already have people who have made up their mind that she's not electable, you ain't gonna be able to flip that. You had a white woman, remember the white woman that went viral for crying about how she wanted to vote for Jasmine Crockett, but she didn't because she didn't think she could win the primary? Or she didn't think that she could win, the general election. Remember that? So you got people out there who are admitting that I like Jasmine. I was going to vote for Jasmine. I wanted to vote for her, but I didn't think she could win the general.
But see, you're right. He's right, but at the same time, he's wrong, right? If she would have shifted towards the west, that triangle, go outside in any city, any of the counties and towns outside of that's west of San Antonio. If she would have campaigned there and talk about local issues, because politics is local, right? All politics is local. If you talk about local issues like water, I'm gonna keep on saying it. Water. I bet you she won. If she would campaign on the make a campaign ad about the electrical, or how fucked up our electric grid is, she would have won. She would slice a bunch of the Latino vote from West Texas. You can't just automatically expect your own people to show up. You have to talk about the issues on the other side of the state. That's my critique, right, of the Crockett campaign. Hold on. Yeah, more white people voted for her than Latinos. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, more white folks did vote for Jasmine than the Tarico. I like Willie D, but that's yet that's not true. There's plenty of people said Barack Obama was electable 2-term president. Same with Trump. He was Crockett didn't have a president in West Texas. Right. Now about Obama, right? The only reason why Obama, and this is my analysis of 2008, right? My thing is Jim Clyburn being, let me say, like, the younger African American, the younger black generation made a threat to the Jim Clyburns of the world and John Lewis is from South Carolina and Georgia, respectfully. They said, listen, if you don't vote, if you ain't backing Obama, we're going to primary you. That's why they changed to their loyalty towards Obama. And I'm gonna say, listen, that's beautiful, right there to me. I mean, I'm just saying, but Jim Clyburn went ahead and, my critique is flawed. Okay, I mean, I ain't saying I'm not saying I have all the answers, Queen. I'm not saying I have all the answers, but I do know that if you would just talk about water, West Texas, she would have a slice. She would have a slice of the Hispanic vote, if you ask me. So. But like I said, I don't agree necessarily with Willie D, but Willie D is on to something on the first half of his video. Not like the way she should have, Queen. Not like the way she should have. It's one thing to talk about it. It's one thing staying there. That's the point. That's the point. If she stayed 2 days, in El Paso, and stayed another 2 days in Laredo, and spend another 2 days out there in Brownsville, and spend another couple of days in Midland, I guarantee you she would have some Latino and white votes in West Texas. That's the problem. If you got to be there, you got to be there for at least 2-3 days in each city of each of the locations that I said. You got to be there. Okay, Sean, but here's the thing. You got to talk about what the people of West Texas want, and that's water. You got to campaign on fixing the electrical grid. You got to campaign on we need desalination plants and reservoirs. I mean, if I was running a campaign, I'll go straightly to those places and say, hey man, do you need water? Do you need water? Okay. I go down to Corpus. Hey, Corpus, you run out of water. Hey, vote for me. I'll make sure the government give you funds to create a desalination plant. I go up to San Antonio too. Hey, San Antonio, your aquifer's going low. You go to El Paso. Listen, same thing. I go to Midland. Hey, Midland. We know, man. We know though. You're pumping out this good ass oil, but do like you need water? I make the campaign in West Texas and what? Let me tell you what I would do. Let me tell you in great depth. I have a campaign manager or somebody whose job is solely West Texas. and I'll talk about water. I'll hire somebody if I was on the campaign, and I'll have somebody to do the water part. Well, I'll take care of the black part. Go to West Texas, talking about and champion about water. You know. So yeah. So Willie D's on to something though, but yeah, like I said, I told y'all the Democrat Party did stab her in the back. I told y'all this. It was a setup. It wasn't just a setup from the Republican side. They set her up from the inside. And I'm glad Willie D mentioned it. True. That's true. People don't. You got people on here trying to make comments, and they never see the commercial ads. They never see the ads you see on TV. They never see the flyers. They never see the billboards. They don't see it. They just come on YouTube and think, oh, well, Anger Man said it. Phil the Advice Show said it. That goofball Anger Man, the goofball named Anger Man said it. So we're gonna believe what Anger Man said. We're gonna believe what somebody from California said. But you're not down here. Y'all ain't here seeing this. So yeah. Is there something else I want to add to this? Oh, the conspiracy theory. Almost forgot. I know why though Tarico was chosen. Well, let me say it in a better way, so I won't make these outlandish. So I won't make it out. I believe Tarico was chosen for a reason that nobody else don't want to mention. Tarico was chosen because he's trying to win back the white male vote. And when I said the white male vote, not only I'm saying the white male vote, he's trying to win back or get to win the Nick Fuentes Sneeko manosphere, white manosphere vote. Because if you notice, he went on Joe Rogan. He went on what's the other podcast? The Manosphere podcast. I've got the other guy's name. He went on the Manosphere podcast. If y'all don't know, just saying. Yeah, he wants the Nick Fuentes vote. He wants the what's it called? The Rollo Tomasi vote. See, there's layers to this, and everybody try to simplify this into she's just a black woman and he's just a white man, and or it's just the Hispanics versus the blacks. No, it's deeper than that. Jasmine Crockett has been stabbed in the back by the establishment within the Texas Democratic Party. She's stabbed in the back by Steve Colbert. The APAC folks, the white conservatives, and there's a whole range of people, right? That tried to take wind out of her sails. That's how I see it. I don't know how to tell y'all, but that's how I see it. So anyway, that's my conspiracy theory about how and why Tarico became the nominee and who was financing it. So, and it's not just the white Democrats, Kev. I'm talking about black Democrats stabbed her in the back because even Willie D video said, you know, if you watch Willie D's videos about she faced criticism from black Democrats, yeah, you might want to go ahead and view that for a minute because there's layers to this. There's layers to this. Can you come up? Yeah. Hold on. Let me send you a link on hold on. Let me go to. Let me see your link over here because I'm not gonna put it in the chat because what happened last time. Check your You know what? I'll go ahead and email it to you. Let me email it to you. Let me do that instead. Let me email you that instead. Hold on. Where is it at? Oh shit. Oh, never mind. Okay. Am I at Instagram? I didn't know I got an Instagram account. Oh, I must have forgot about that. All right, here's a link to Queen. Check your email, Queen, and I'll allow you up. Okay, got that taken care of. Here. Okay. All right.
Hey,
You here? Yeah, what's going on?
yeah,
Stop sharing.
yeah, I believe they said her little too. Hold on.
Yeah, I was about to ask you what's that background noise?
Oh, that's the other stream.
Oh, yeah. I've been saying she been set up.
Yeah, I think they said her up too, but I think it's a combination of things. Like, I, it's amazing to me all of the things that they had to do in order for her to lose. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
like, right? Because I think on the Republican side, they did the whole redistricting thing to cut her out of her own congressional district.
Yeah,
That's what the Republicans did. The Democrats did was bait her into running.
I'll be back.
Because okay, she'll be back. Yeah,
No, I'm not talking to you.
oh, okay. I think that I think on the Democrat side, they some of them baited her to run, knowing though she got nowhere else to go.
Yeah, I don't think that either. I don't believe it. I believe exactly what she said. I believe she ran the numbers and the numbers told her that she can win. She by herself, without a campaign manager, managed to get 1 billion votes. That's more than the Democratic Party has pulled since Obama by herself.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they baited her for nothing. I think she really believed that she could win that election. I think she wasn't counting on the GOP spending millions of dollars to put slanderous ads about her. I don't think she expected a super PAC on Tallarico's behalf to do what they did. And Tallarico was supposed to run for governor.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And he went, and that's another thing ain't nobody talking about. He That was the agreement. And somebody invited his ass up to New York City. And when he came back, it was, oh no, I'm gonna run against the mediocre black man. And ain't nobody talking about who he went up there and who he talked to, nor is anybody asking him. Mm-hmm.
Wait. Whoa. Wait a minute. Was he in New York when they uh when they all protest against the the district.
Where I can't remember where he was.
Okay, we got you know what? Because I think he was on Fox News
Let me
during
see.
that time period.
Cause Howdy Politics reported on it. And people was dragging her around the land. Okay, when she reported it,
Mm-hmm.
but that's what happened. Okay, it say no. That's gonna be back when. Let me see. Do you remember when that conversation between him and Beto Castro and All Red happened?
That was supposed to happen around what April last year, wasn't it?
Okay, so it's gonna be shortly after April when he took his ass to New York. Because initially he agreed, and then he came back and he told them, "Fuck y'all." Like, you can go back to the. You was reading the article in the Hill, right?
Yeah.
So the article that talks about this in the Hill is by a dude named Ted Friend, and uh, I think it's called Faith Forward or some crap like that.
Mm-hmm.
And in there, it talks about it don't say nothing about him taking that flight, but it do talk about the conversation that he had with Beto and Allred and all of them, and when he told them he was not gonna run for governor.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do think she was set up inside of her party. But look at all the things they had to do. They had to suppress the vote in Dallas. You had to have not even a good portion of black folk did not vote. Harris County failed. I don't know what the hell wrong with the black folk out in Harris County, but they didn't come out. Um, and like she did all that by herself. Tallarico is not going to be able to garner that support come the general election. He's going to lose. So the Democrats have once again shot their own self in the damn foot, which is stupid. But whatever. They didn't want to flip sixes. I think they all. I think the whole government is fucking corrupt. I think the Democrats don't mean the American public no good, just like the Republicans don't mean these people no good. I think Tallarico is the goddamn devil.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I believe. But just for all of these different combinations of things to manifest in a way for her to lose the election was crazy. Latinos voting against her don't mean a goddamn thing, and I wish niggas stop saying this shit. Like y'all sound stupid as hell. Latino voting power is not larger than black voting power. Not in Texas. Niggas don't go vote. That's just the bottom line. The number of registered voters, not even half of the black vote, showed the fuck up. Okay? If black folk would have got their ass up and took their ass to the polls, then we wouldn't even be having this discussion. That is dumb shit. Y'all need to stop saying stupid shit.
The Latino vote is not really the problem. The problem was Ken Paxton. You know, I don't know why everybody gets suckered into what the Latinos are doing, but yet they're not talking about what Ken Paxton did in Dallas. You know, closing down the voting machines as people was there to vote.
That
You know,
shit
I
was
don't.
crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know why everybody want to say it's the Latinos or it was this. No, y'all need to talk about why Ken Paxton, who's running for the same position, you know,
They had slow voting machines. They had old voting machines. They was putting Republican machines and not putting Democratic machines. They did a whole bunch of shit in Dallas. Like Dallas was a whole hot ass mess. And they
Mhm.
do need to file a lawsuit to fix it because there is absolute voter suppression. Like they had to do all of that. Like I'm not studying the Latinos. The Latinos one day they gonna learn one way or another. You know what I'm saying? They ass ain't white. They gonna figure it out somehow. But it was a whole lot of different stuff going on, and I do wish that she could have ran a stronger campaign. But at the same time, she didn't have that much money, and so I think she was trying to hold her money for the general election, which fucking sucks because uh now Talarico ass got all this damn money, but he ain't gonna win that general election.
But man, listen. I'm going to do a part read. I'm going to do a part read of this, right?
Mm.
I might do a part read of this. But you're right. When like you told me the other day they're going to tear up Tyreek's ass up.
Oh yeah,
Guess what? Guess what? They're now telling people about Tyreek.
what they tell him?
He's more anti-white than Jasmine.
Oh yeah,
I saw that.
oh
I saw
yeah.
that headline. I was like, "What the fuck, out, man!" I'm about to bust out. Uh, who's more? Who's less pro-light or pro-white? Tarico or Jasmine Crockett? Jasmine Crockett is more pro-white than James Tarico. Man, when I read that headline, I bust out laughing at that. I
They
read it,
finna drag him by his hair
man.
follicles and his toenails, which is real stupid because you got somebody that number one has been serving her district for 2 terms, and the people in her district love her. Okay, myself included. All right, and I'm not even at home, and I focus with Jasmine because I know what she does for District 30 in Texas. Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the district that I live in. That's the district that I grew up in. So I'm very familiar with what she does for
Mm-hmm.
my district. Okay. Now, um, Talarico don't have no federal experience at all.
Mm-hmm.
Talarico don't have no real legal experience. That
No,
was
he
done
doesn't.
as hell for them to elect him to that position, knowing good and god doggone well, them damn Republicans ain't finna just let Democrats come get that seat. Talarico don't is not up for the fight that he finna be against. And you know what I find entertaining? I find entertaining that these people are saying, "Oh, Jasmine endorsed him and she said support him." What? I didn't see that. I seen somebody that did what was PC. She gave the PC response. I
Mm.
didn't. Is that an endorsement? Anybody is better? I don't think that's an endorsement.
Well, it's more of a tactical endorsement. It's not really an actual endorsement.
It's not a full endorsement. So
Right.
that don't look like no endorsement to me. They're like, oh, she already endorsed him. No, y'all wish she endorsed him. And if she does not give him a full endorsement, he has a snowball chance in hell of getting black people to come out there and support him.
Something has to happen for her to get out on the campaign trail with him. You know, it hasn't happened yet, and whatever happened hadn't happened yet. Okay.
If them people they threw me out my district and they betrayed the shit out of me, he'll have to figure it out on his own.
Man, I'll be like this. Listen. I know it's politics, but you got to cut me a deal. You better give me a position in a corner in a corner office somewhere. Cause you ain't just be cutting me out some shit and then I'm leaving here empty handed. I mean, I'm talking about me now. What I would do, but
I don't
I'm
think
not.
she should take anything from them. I think she should just go wait her time until it's time for her to run for something again and go at it again because she's popular enough that people are going to vote for her. And after
But
these
like,
Republicans get through whooping these Latino asses, I bet maybe some of them will see the light. Because you know, a lot of these people ain't got no civics lessons, and so a lot of these folks thought Jasmine was still finna stay in the house.
but I think the best, like just like the last time we had this discussion, I said I think it was either you or who else was on this panel the last time. It was either you or um, damn it, I forgot her name now. Love Wisdom, right? I think that she needs to run for mayor of Dallas because if she run for mayor of Dallas, it's she'll win that. She'll win that position, mayor of Dallas.
I guess I would prefer her in that Senate seat.
Well,
Yeah, I'm not happy about Obama not endorsing her. Yeah, that don't make me happy at all. Freddie Haynes is sitting in the district that Jasmine was in.
man, but I wish she had a campaign manager,
I do too.
somebody, somebody who knows how to like my thing with her is she spends her time too much in the Dallas Fort Worth area. I don't think though she knew the state of Texas. I don't think though she goes anywhere west. I mean, when I said never go, I'm talking about spend time. And what I mean, I don't think though she spent that much time west of San Antonio.
No, I don't. She didn't do too much in West Texas. She went to South Texas a couple of times. I think she went to Lubbock once. She did spend a lot of time in Dallas, which I think was nonsensical. Like for all the time that she spent in Dallas, she could have got some volunteers to go knock on doors for her in Dallas, and not
Hmm.
even had to do all of that. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I wish she could have ran a better campaign, but I can't shit on the campaign that she ran because to do that by herself,
I, I
if she
can't.
would have had a campaign, baby, they wouldn't have been able to stop nothing.
And like, and how I'm gonna say this? How I'm gonna say this? If she, you know what? I forgot what I was about to say because never mind. I was about to say something I lost on me right now. Oh my god, that's bad. That's bad. When I lost when I was about to say something, I forgot what I was about to say. Um, I think though, if she would have took a vacation, start just miss some votes in Congress a week or two, and spend some time in Southwest Texas, and just spend at least 2 weeks in West Texas. I think though she would have at least a decent groundwork in those the state parties. No, I'm not state parties, the county parties.
Yeah,
And galvanize them. You know, and go and there's so many colleges out there. You got A&M Kingsville, you got San Antonio A&M San Antonio, UT San Antonio. You got the HCBUs out there. What's the Tillerson in Houston? The ACBU that's out there in Austin. Go over there.
yeah.
Go to St.
Well,
Edwards.
I don't
What's
know
the
if
name?
she would have been able to win nothing in Austin. It's Rico's home territory.
Well, if you got the east side of Austin, east side of the east side of Austin is black. You have to carve that out. You got to carve out, whatever in his territory, which though she didn't do, in my opinion.
Yeah, I just think it was a combination of things.
Yeah.
I think it's unfortunate that she lost.
Hmm. So yeah.
Why would she try to work with other people that's trying to set her up?
Yeah, she said there's also some criticism that Crockett didn't collab or network with a Democrat seeking the office. I mean, she did. She did work with what's his name? That one
She
that
worked
seat.
with a lot of people. She worked with a senator. It was a female senator, I think, for Maryland. She worked with Ayanna Presley.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. But what she talking about is ones in Texas though.
like who?
Right. Like who? I mean, like I think the guy that won that race in Houston.
Christian Menifee. She did work with him. That's how he
Yeah.
got elected. Like I
Right.
think the people that was gonna work with her that wasn't trying to set her up, or the people that she worked with, she ain't had no whole lot of nothing. So
Hmm.
I'm not gonna shit on her campaign because she did damn good for what she had to work with. Like I
Hmm.
don't got no complaints
Hmm.
about how she ran her campaign. I can say I wish if I had the money to give her campaign, I would have gave it to her.
Right.
But she ain't had the money, so I can't be pissed about nothing. But I can talk about the number of black folks that didn't show up to vote. Like that's a problem. That is a problem. And like we need to do better. We did good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna shit on us. We did good. But there are more of us that should have got up and voted.
Hmm.
Cause you got silly ass black folks on this damn internet sitting up here playing into that stupid Trump shit, talking about the immigrants is out. They got more power. Shut your stupid ass.
I'm tired of hearing the talking points. I'm getting tired of hearing immigrants. It's not fault. Oh, she fought for the immigrant. And here's how stupid they are, right? You remember that last time we talked about this, and one guy came up in here talking about, well, that's what she get for voting for immigrants, and at the same time, she voted against the immigrants.
Yeah.
She insulted the Hispanic population, yet she's with the Hispanic population. This is how stupid they sound over here,
That's what I'm
on
saying.
this
People that
internet.
ain't in Texas just need to shut the hell up about Texas politics because they do sound dumb. They sound
No,
real dumb.
no. You know what? Fuck all that. They need to shut up. Period. And go back to that little gender war shit. That's what me and MOT and Nagone was talking about last night. You
Yeah,
know,
they really do. They sound dumb.
like the Delta I'm gonna call it the Delta Novembers, the dumb nigga crowd.
Like y'all don't know nothing about Texas. They sit up there and have them conversation amongst themselves. That shit all over the radio. You can turn on any radio station in San Antonio and further down south and listen to these Hispanics argue about who identify with white supremacy and who
Man,
is
listen,
who is the real Latino.
as somebody, right, as somebody who, let me just say, immerse myself into to the Hispanic community and listen to them talk. They own that bullshit too. Like, you're not real Latino. What is a Tejano? What was a Chicano? We're Aztecs. We're not this. That. You need to go back to Spain and you know, oh, you're Cuban. don't get your Cuban ass out of my fucking face. You hear him saying this shit.
They say all
You know,
kind of stuff. That's
right?
why
They
it's
say
funny
those.
listening to these people try to talk about Texas politics. Like, shut your ass up. Worry about what's going on in your state. Stop talking about Texas. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Y'all just running y'all damn mouth. And it's
Mm-hmm.
pissing me off. It is really pissing me off. I be tired of seeing it.
I wish people stop repeating the internet talking points. Oh, because you heard something from the internet, it must be true.
You know what
Nigga,
else I don't like? I don't
what?
like the conversation that, oh, she was catering to the Latinos. This is a representative democracy. Everybody deserves representation. Gay people deserve representation. Latinos deserve representation. Asians deserve representation. Black folks deserve. Everybody deserves representation. You got silly behind Negroes sitting up on here on this internet and like don't nobody deserve representation but them. Yet y'all can't even get y'all ass up and go vote. What are we talking about?
If I was running a campaign, right now, granted, I know where I'm at, right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at the people of my county, my district, and I'm sitting say, wait a minute, okay. I said, oh, okay, well. In order for me to win, I have to cater or tune my campaign to the population that I'm surrounded with. So therefore, like me, somebody who's in South Texas, South Central Texas. When there's difference between South Central Texas and South Texas, by the way. Somebody who's in South Central Texas, I'm gonna tailor my campaign if I decide to run to the to the people of the geographic location that I am at, and appeal to them on to their sensibilities. Now, all of them ain't gonna be black. Why? Because there's only 15% of us are black over here. So I'm going to have to sit there and eat. Well, I'm going to eat some Hispanic food. You can see me at some Hispanic functions. You see me at some German American shit. You can see me at some some French Texan shit. Because there are some people from France down here. I'm going to have to go to all these other cliques in these communities, these little pockets to campaign at. But if you tell some of these people online that oh, you don't have to cater to black people, then you're not going to win. You have to appeal to everybody
You
at that
do,
point.
especially in Texas. Especially in Texas.
Like
For a
some people,
Democrat. That's why I know Tallarico ain't gonna win.
and you know what? I'm gonna say something too. The people who are saying that shit are people who live in Atlanta, people who live in New Orleans, people live in Memphis. Like niggas, they only see a black city, so they don't think that since it's a black city, not everybody lives in a chocolate city.
Right.
Dallas itself is not even chocolate.
It's nuts.
So I wish they would stop the bullshit. Act like if she only just talk about the black people, oh, she'll have a chance to win. No, she wouldn't. No, she wouldn't. You gotta appeal to everybody else as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Like I said, there is multiple factors for that caused her to lose this election, but I ain't mad at it. She did a fantastic job.
hold on. Is it majority Hispanic where you at? Um, it will be in the next 10 years. It will be in the next 10 years though. It's mostly white at this point. It's mostly white at this point, but since white folks are dying off, um, and shit, yeah, they slowly taking over where I'm
That's
at.
where I'm at, Weasel. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think at this point I don't think the Democratic Party mean us no damn good either.
True.
Cause
True.
like what the fuck is that? Like what is that?
And I'm gonna say something too. I'm getting really tired of hearing people say, "Well, I'm registered independent." Now that's just a code word, and I said this last night on Man of Tomorrow's channel. Shout out to MOT. I said that code. Every time I hear that term, I'm not registered Democrat or Republican. I'm registered independent. No. You're not voting. No, you're telling the world you're not voting. You're not telling people that you vote independent or you vote different parties. You split the ticket. No, you telling the world you don't vote at all. It's just a mask. You ain't telling people that like you vote. I mean that you ain't voting. You just telling that so people can who won't call you out on your bullshit. You know, just say you ain't voting, and I say okay. I say okay.
Ooh wee. That was a mess.
The young lady said, who man, you cute. I'm trying to understand who was financing this poll. She was up by 10 points going into primary last Tuesday.
I think she's talking about that poll by the University of Texas. And that poll was earlier in February. That lead dropped when Stephen Colbert pulled that bullshit he pulled.
And I bet you that Stephen Colbert thing in CBS, I think that was part of that the Ellison family in Sky Dance.
It probably was, because that shit didn't make no sense. Like for
Yeah.
people to sit up here and say, "Oh, the Republicans are scared of Tallarico," why would they be scared of Tallarico for what?
There probably are, but I think they're less scared of Tallarico than they are of
I don't
Jasmine.
think they was ever scared of Tallarico. They drew that Jasmine out of her district. They ran hate campaign ads against her. The target was her. They wanted Tallarico because as soon as they called that election for Tallarico, they immediately started dragging him by his hair follicles and his toenails.
Well, we it's still fresh. It's still fresh. So we don't we going. It's going to take some years, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about immediately. As soon as they said, "Oh, we calling it for Tallarico," they got on their job. I said, "Ooh, look at this." They they just beginning. They ain't even got. They still got their runoff that they got to figure out, and they already dragging his ass. This
But but Pat,
campaign finna look
but,
crazy.
but Paxson he's about to quit.
Did Trump endorse Cornyn?
Not yet, but I think Paxton's going to sit there. Paxton's trying to find a way to quit. So because he's scared. It seems it seems that he's expecting blowback. He's expecting blowback. So I'm thinking though he's going between now and May. He's trying to find a way to get out the race with Trump. Because I think though Trump. I think Trump. I think Paxton see way Trump is going to pick him for something in order for him to get out of the race. I don't know what it is. But he better hurry up and do it. Well,
And I definitely don't see Tallarico winning against Cornyn.
no. Now Paxton, yes. I see Terry beating Paxton, but
A
Corner, no.
possibility.
Yeah.
It's a possibility he could um um win against Paxton, maybe. But Cornyn, hell no, he not gonna win it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what to say.
And that's the mentality. What? No, they didn't. Crockett cannot win. Anybody that can say, sit up here and say that Crockett can't win an election after y'all seen these numbers that they want to put up is you're out your mind.
A
Like,
million votes? Who gonna pull a million votes like that?
by themselves,
By
please.
themselves. By themselves. Like you ain't had no campaign staff. That's the point.
No
I mean, like,
campaign staff and still pulled a million votes. Get out of here. Like, stop with the bullshit.
imagine, imagine if she had a campaign staff. How many votes was she pulled? I bet you she pulled like 2 million.
She probably would have because she would have had people out there in West Texas and probably even a little bit more up in North Texas because I think she was only there for one day.
But like I said, she should spend 2 days. She should have a hotel, spend like 2 days in each part of west and north
I
Texas.
think she should have spent that money and asked for money later. That's what I think should have happened. I think she should have took the risk and spent that money for their
Mm.
campaign and just asked people to support her in the general election. Like she would have had, because the Republicans got to have their runoff. There would have been time for her to fundraise. And I think she should have just went on and spent the money. But, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I feel like everybody got to hold their L. She got to hold her L for not running a better campaign. Black folks got to hold their L for not going out there and vote. And the Latinos, well, they gonna learn today. That's all I have to say.
But I hope the next candidate is a mean ass bastard. I really I want the next candidate to be mean as fuck. Uh, I don't know. I just hope.
Well, I hope they ain't corrupt like Paxton.
No, no. When I say mean, I mean people. Somebody who get up in people's faces, like I don't know. I don't know. I think though.
The
I think
Democrats don't like that. They not gonna support a candidate like that. And we already see how they treated Jasmine.
I
The Democrats got this. So we go high type of mentality while the
bullshit.
Republicans
Yeah,
is beating
man,
the shit out their ass.
man,
Like, wait,
fuck, man, fuck that Michelle Obama quote. We go low, we go high. Oh, no, fuck that.
well,
No,
I
no,
mean, it
we.
ain't just Michelle Obama. It's the whole Democratic Party. That's what they own. They be, oh no, we don't do that. We're too good for that. Meanwhile, the Republicans is just running all over y'all like a lawnmower on grass, just
See,
chopping it up.
me. I start invading. Now I'm in a conservative area, right?
Mhm.
I'll go to conservative areas, and I'll dare them to say something out of pocket. All right. You got to go. You got to invade. Or I look at this as a military campaign. You go after your military targets. The supply lines, which is talk radio. Okay. Imagine somebody going to Jason Whitlock. Now Jason Whitlock's up there in Dallas, right? That coon ass
Yeah.
nigga. You let some angry candidate come up on Jason Whitlock, or Jason Whitlock talking about all the 13% it commit the 50% of the crimes, and black people need to do this. Well, I want a candidate to sit there with Jason Whitlock and say, well, Jason Whitlock, are you married? What about your morality? What have you done with your life, Jason Whitlock? You see, and if people were to hear that on live radio, FM, AM radio, and let Jason Whitlock get cooked by an angry Democratic candidate, you know how many people will sit there and cheer for that shit? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Or when Joe Pax calls somebody a communist, And that person say, listen, oh, you call me a communist, but I own business. I own such and such small business. How I'm a communist? I'm a capitalist, idiot. You got to go right up in these people's faces.
You know what, Jupiter Crash, you can take your ass up out of here. You don't have to listen to us talk. We didn't ask you to come over here.
Yeah, bounce him out. Bounce him. Give him a day. Give him a day.
Hey, you got to play the thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. I forgot. Let's play it, y'all. Let's play it.
Usher him out. Usher him out. Usher him out. Take his microphone and 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 usher him out.
All right, we done. Now, where were we at? Yeah. Okay. I want a candidate that would get up in fucking ass. What's his name? Face. What's that white boy that went in that black barber shop?
Steven Crowder.
Right. Somebody got to get. You got to get up in these niggas' faces and tell them how the cow ate the cabbage. No, you ain't gonna come over here and just troll people and get away with it. No, you're not gonna sit there and talk all this bullshit. No, you're not gonna be calling people communists or saying they're anti-Semitic when you don't have no proof of it. And while y'all being anti-black and anti whatever other group that's not a part of your racial identity.
You know, honestly, I do think that if she had gone to some of those conservative spaces, it probably would have bolstered her appeal to people, honestly, because you never see them over there. And I think another thing, when she went to go talk to those people in rural areas, somebody should have been recording it because they definitely is campaign worthy stuff. It should have been posted, you know. So, I mean, I think it's a lot of different things that could have happened, but at the end of the day, I just feel like the Democrat. First of all, I think number one, Tallarico is a selfish motherfucker. I'm gonna start with that, and it's so funny because people is like, "Oh, he got insulin prices down." That's because he own insulin, motherfucker. He can't do that for you. What you talking about? He did that for himself, okay? Just like he jumped in this Senate race for himself. What is he gonna have to do for all of this money that he just got from all these billionaires that he was campaigning against?
Mm-hmm.
You think the Republicans is not gonna put that shit on blast? I wonder what his campaign strategy is about to be. Because they about to eat him alive. They about to eat him alive.
What I think though he's going to do, he's going to go back to the Joe Rogan show and be on what's his name show and the podcast, the Manosphere podcast shows, and be and hide up in there.
Well, that ain't gonna work.
That's what I think though he's going to do for the next 2-3 months.
So what he gonna do for that black vote?
Okay, I'm gonna say that. What about the black vote? See what I'm saying?
As a Democrat in Texas, he ain't gonna win without that black vote. Make no mistake about it. The Democratic turnout is not because of no James Tallarico. It was about Jasmine Crockett.
Mm-hmm.
Even Tallarico got his boost because of Jasmine Crockett. And I am fairly certain that a lot of people went into the polls with the intention of voting for Jasmine. And maybe seeing the name Talarico thought it sounded Hispanic and voted for that instead. Also, there were people that went in there thinking, "Oh, I can vote for him because Jasmine can just stay in the house." Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He's not
Oh,
gonna get. Mm-hmm.
years ago, right? This is about
Yeah,
'08. No. This is when Obama was still president. Obama's first term.
it might.
There was an election, right? There was a primary election. There was a guy who called himself Gene Kelly.
Yeah.
Uh,
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay, there was a guy named Gene Kelly. He was a candidate for the Senate, right? So
Yeah.
people voted for him based off the name Gene Kelly.
Right.
Now people thought he was the guy from who used to do in the 1950s, tap dancing shoes movies. They thought it was him. They thought it was the actor Gene Kelly.
Right.
And the man won the nomination, or he got to the runoff. Never left his house. The man never left his hometown.
Yeah.
And, people voted for stupid ass reasons though, and Gene Kelly was one of the stupid ass reasons because he had the name and the man never left his hometown. He was a guy who had a 410 Chevy, a broken down Ford S10 Chevy. He never left the town. During his senatorial campaign.
I mean, different than when Arnold Schwarzenegger became, what was he, governor of California?
Yeah.
Or the first time that Donald Trump became president. People just dumb.
At least those Arnold ran for the position and was on TV.
Yeah,
Everybody knew that was Arnold running. This guy ran because he had the exact same name as the actor.
And Gene Kelly, yeah.
Yeah. And it was so stupid. And then when they show his face, his photograph, he looked nothing like the person. and then on top of this, Queen, Gene Kelly been dead. They still thought that he was Gene. Man, hold on. No, you know what? I'm gonna look that up. No, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I might do a part read to that. I'm gonna bring that up on part read. How fucked up Texas politics is. Yeah, Gene Kelly, the actor. Hold on. Let me see. When he died? Oh, 1996. He died. He was born in 1912. Died in 1996. That is the actor, right? Now the senatorial candidate. No, you try to find this. He ran in 2000.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And he almost. It was so stupid. It was one of the stupidest things I ever. You know what? Hold on. You know what? Let me try to find the results. Oh yeah. Hold on. No. We're gonna show it. I'm gonna show it for you. Hold on. Let me show it. I'm gonna show it for you. It's one of the dumbest things I ever witnessed in Texas politics.
Oh.
Gene Kelly, a retired attorney, he got blasted straight to hell, and he only won the border counties. In his home county, that's in East Texas.
Oh wow!
And they only voted for him because hold on. Let me see who he primaried because he was so stupid. hold on, let me see, where is it at? Where is it at? Oh, damn. They don't have the primary people who was in the primary at the time. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. They voted for him because he had the same name as Gene Kelly, the the actor. I said, ain't
That's
that some?
crazy.
And K. Belly Hutchinson just crushed his ass. It's, well, as expected. But he beat a city. Let me say what he beat. I'm trying to remember what he beat. What Gene Kelly back then beat. He beat a state senator, a couple of judges, and some mayors.
He was primary with Rick Noriega, uh, Ray McMurray, and Red Smith.
No, Rick. Okay, Ray Noriega, right? Ray
Mm-hmm.
Noriega.
Rick.
No, Rick Noriega, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rick Noriega. He was a colonel in Afghanistan.
Right.
He should have won.
Red Smith was a Navy veteran too.
Right. But Rick Noriega was a state rep, a state senator, and he was serving in Afghanistan and Iraq right after when 9/11 happened. He should have been elected, but no, they voted a guy who was dead who they thought was the actor, and that actor been dead five years prior.
Yeah, man. You
Man,
know,
that
and
shit
we
was
see people do stupid things with their vote. Shit. So
it was stupid. And this guy never left his home county. And his home county is in Sabine, near that Sabine River. I think around Orange. Where's that? Well, I think that's around Orange, Texas, something like that.
yeah,
Over there, over on Louisiana border. Yeah. Never even left his home county. It was just stupid. But anyway, I mean, just yeah. I'm done with my rant. I'm done with my rant for the day.
okay.
Yeah.
I will be looking forward to uh November.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, another one for me to sit and watch and be entertained by.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
Mm.
see how the Democratic Party is going to turn out. It's a lot of pissed off black folks.
Oh
It
yeah.
is.
Oh yeah.
It's still a few. It's like we have to support the party. We have to support the party. Yo, you have to support the party. Shit, don't tell us nothing. You go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Jeez. Oh man. Yeah.
Like, boy, this dude sitting over here was on the precipice of starting World War III, and then y'all still went and voted against your best interest. Hmm. I don't think it's. I don't think it's our job to keep saving people. I think they need to learn the consequences of their actions.
Mr. Majestic 77 said, please let folks know to register to vote if they're able to vote and know where to vote early. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. Cause I mean, I was eating everybody up. Did you vote? Did you vote? Did you vote?
And,
Don't
and,
wait till
and,
the last minute to vote.
and I'm gonna say this too. I didn't have my registration. I just use my my ID. I come in there with my driver license. You don't need that reservation card. I mean, it helps to have it. It helps to have it, but if you have your driver license or your ID or your passport, they use that as a to vote. So yeah. Let me see, how many people watching? Okay, I see people on Twitch on watching, and Yeah, I'm live on Rumble. Ain't nobody watching on Rumble. You know, I just use that Rumble as a backup anyway. But yeah. So
What you say?
yeah, I was just counting how many people watch me on YouTube and Rumble and Twitch. Yeah, I know somebody's watching me on Twitch though.
Oh, you everywhere, huh?
Yeah, I'm
You find
everywhere. Yeah,
out. Look at you. You
yeah,
Hollywood.
yeah, I'm everywhere. Yeah.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey. Get ready to go up these stairs.
Okay. Well. I'm gonna get off of here, Queen, very soon. So,
You going to sleep or you gonna be scrolling around YouTube trying to raise hell?
both, both, both. Yeah, both. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. I'm gonna follow what's going on in Iran, and then I'm gonna watch some more aviation videos and stuff.
yeah, I was looking at that Iran stuff, boy. The United States getting their ass told.
They don't know they don't know what's about to happen. They don't know what's about to hit us. We don't know what's about to hit us. They don't they think he actually think though the war's going to end in 2 weeks. No, it won't. No, it won't. This is going to be 10 years at least. You're not
Them
going to
people
invade.
said they said that the United States killed our leader and martyred him, and
Mm-hmm.
we are going to respond in kind. They're trying to take his ass off the planet. So he went over there and he killed the Ayatollah because the Ayatollah threatened his life.
Mm-hmm.
And because he killed the Ayatollah, now they after his ass. And they said they ain't stopping till they get him. So, you know, it just
Wait, hold on. Go ahead. I'm gonna respond with Mr.
no,
Majestic
go ahead
said.
and respond to him.
Yeah, he said Jasmine Crockett still has a chance to get elected to the Senate if Trump follows through with his consideration of nominating Ted Cruz to the Supreme Court. Yes. There is that possibility because guess what? One of those Supreme Court judges is going to die. No, not die, but retire. Right? It's probably Clarence Thomas. He might retire. What's the other one guy? He might retire or croak. So
Sonya Sotomayor is sick.
yeah, she's sick. So yeah, um, yeah, and he wants Ted Cruz out the way anyway. He wants Ted Cruz out the way anyway for 28. You
I
know,
hope she can last 3 more years.
yeah, but she's sick though. She's sick though.
She is, but we don't need to lose another Democratic uh I mean SCOTUS.
Well, I understand, but hey, health. I rather have people, you know, she need to hold on long as she can. You
That's
know,
what I'm saying. I hope she can hold on till he at least get his ass out of office. Cause we don't need him
or
appointing nobody else.
or or you know what? No. I was going to say wait until the Democrats win the Senate, but even if they did and block it, he has a recess appointment. But
They
then with the
also
recess,
talking about expanding it. They talking
yeah,
about expanding the Supreme Court.
uh-huh.
So more justices. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's a bad thing. They should just keep it as it is, because Yeah, they need to keep it as it is. So you ask me, but I think though if Trump picks Ted Cruz as Supreme Court judge or appoint him as Attorney General, because we already seen what happened to Noam, Christy Noam, so he might pick Ted Cruz out of there, and she and Jasmine, and you know what? That's what I think. You know what? That's what I think though is going to happen though with
What?
Ken Paxton. I think Ken Paxton realized that Pam Bundy is she might be uh she might be fired soon. So I'm thinking with Ken Paxton sitting there saying, well, you know what, I'll let Cornyn win it. I'll quit, and the governor going to pick me as replacement. We have the simultaneous election. You know, we elect two senators on the same year. Jasmine can sit there and still be like, oh, well, you know, Jasmine can come back within 2 months. I think that could the setup of that would be a classic story. The setup of that, you know, but there's a small chance that might happen. But you know what, you know what, if I was a betting man, I'd take that as 35% chance that might happen.
I
I
don't
think
think
that's
Pam Bundy's gonna get fired. Not yet.
you
I think
really don't
Chrissy
think
Long
though?
got fired from the way that she answered those questions at that when she had to go before Congress.
Mm-hmm.
Pam Bundy showed her whole natural entire ass, and Donald Trump is okay with that. Chrissy Long was being reasonable. That's what she got fired for.
I'm trying to think on that, man. It's I still think Pam Bundy's gonna be next. I still think that she's gonna be the next one to get fired because she wasn't his first choice anyway. She wasn't his first choice anyway.
Talking about Pam Bundy.
Yeah. So you know, um, so I think her time is numbered. I think her days are numbered as Attorney General. Um, and I think with all that stress, she's getting on both ends. I think though, I think either Trump going to get her out of there, or she's going to resign. But I think Trump going to fire her first before she resigns.
He might. We'll see.
And then here come Ted Cruz. You get Ted Cruz, you know, and I think though, having Ted Cruz up there will eliminate Trump's Trump's designated successor for the nomination in 28, because Ted Cruz running for president, so he need to knock Ted Cruz out of contention by putting him in the cabinet,
Uh huh.
because I think the candidate in 28 is Marco Rubio versus Vance.
Marco. Oh Lord.
Yeah, I actually believe it's going to Marco Rubio and Vance and possibly Cruz.
I don't think Marco Rubio gonna get shit. Did you see
No,
what
no.
happened the other day? Hold on. Hello. Okay. Bye bye. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, they
No.
basically told him that he ain't he ain't part of the good old boys. Okay, he is not white. All right.
Oof. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know.
And JD Vance keep getting embarrassed everywhere he goes. If they put him up there as the candidate, well, I mean, he's not electable, so it's gonna be the Republican answer to Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, unfortunately, the seventh death of a U.S. service member was confirmed yesterday since the current Israeli-Iran war with the U.S. is called
Hey,
Operation Epic Fury. You know what though? Super Slot thinks it's more than seven. I think it's more than seven because I remember he did a live stream about it. I think it's dozens. Ain't no seven people dying from this. There's dozens. With all that kinetic energy that's being blasted around, these bombs being dropped, it can't be no seven people. It's more than that. I'm sorry. I can't believe it's just seven deaths at this point. I mean, with the magnitude of the weapons being dropped and all that on these military bases. I'm just saying, I'm I don't know, who am I? Who am I to tell? But it's just like I don't, I think there's more deaths than they don't want to report. Oh yeah, you watched that very first time in 80 years, a U.S. A submarine unleash a torpedo on on an Iranian ship. For the first time there was a naval battle in the high seas.
yeah.
Yeah, first time in 80 years. I was like, damn. Oh, okay, y'all fighting the high seas. Okay, yeah.
It's a mess right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt they get a Republican for president. You know how this go. They come in, they start wars, they act a fool, they crash the economy, then they gotta put a Democrat in office.
Wait, whoa, hold on. I gotta show you this. Hold on. I saw this the other day. My mouth just dropped. Hold on. I need some water. Damn it, I don't got no water.
Go get some water.
Hold on. I'll go ahead.
You ain't going nowhere.
I'll go ahead and suck on this ice from Waterburger.
No homo.
Yeah, no homo. I said ice. Drinking all that melted ice from Waterburger. I'm thinking about going back to Waterburger in a minute. I got me a salad because I'm losing some weight. I'm hungry.
Waterburger got good ice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I went and got me that salad, that Cobb salad. Yeah, I'm like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like they salads be good too. Sure do. I miss Waterburger. Ain't no Waterburger up here.
I know.
Ain't no Five Below up here. Ain't no Cracker Barrel up here. Ain't no Waffle House up here.
Oh no, Waffle House. Ooh.
No.
Oh, wait a minute. I gotta show you this. Hold on, where is this? Where's that? I'm looking at this shit. Hold on, where is it at? This shit, I'm like, hold on, where's come on. This shit was like, I'm like, I know this shit didn't happen this damn quick. Something else is up when I saw this.
What you see?
Hold on. Let me show you this. What's the name went all the way to Venezuela today? Over the weekend.
Oh.
Hold on.
Interior Secretary Doug Burgum is in Venezuela this week, pushing for mining access in the country. Venezuela's government says it's confident that this reconciled partnership, quote, will contribute to strengthening understanding and opening up opportunities for a positive relationship and shared benefit. In a statement, the State Department wrote in part, quote, "This step will facilitate our joint efforts to promote stability, support economic recovery, and advance political reconciliation in Venezuela." CBS News correspondent Lilia Luciano is in Venezuela, and she asked the Interior Secretary how they plan to do this.
What is the plan for the U.S. to make sure that the criminal elements, the guerrillas, the entrenched government corruption that has been part of the mining sector, of illegal mining, how do you make sure for investors that it is safe for them to invest here? And
now, that's who I think might be the next GOP candidate. Doug Bigham. He used to be governor of North Dakota. You know what? Yeah. Like he took both governors of the Dakotas. Yeah. Because he ran in 2024 against Trump. But anyway, yeah. And I'm sitting watching. Wait a minute, hold on. You sent your cabinet member into Venezuela after you invaded it? It was weird when I saw this.
Will the U.S. take an active role in that in a military way? Who's going to fight those actors?
I think what you saw with the group of companies that were here in the mining sector were companies, like Peabody, like Glencore, like others that have been operating in this country for a long time before they left and want to come back. And these are companies that have a proven track record of high integrity. The presence of the security concerns that you described was a function of the economic environment. But with the new mining law, just like the new hydrocarbon law, that's going to create the opportunity for organized companies that can come in and create great high-paying jobs, take care of the environment, just like these companies do in the rest of the world. And I think that economic force is even more important than a military force in driving a transition, because it's going to be felt by the people that live in those regions.
Now, that don't make any sense to me.
Why?
You just invaded this country and you brought your cabinet secretary down there?
Because he said that he went in there to do regime change. That's what he said. He said he went and they gonna change the regime. So you know what? How America do? You gonna put somebody in there that's gonna kiss America boots.
I guess. I just it just
Wasn't he
weird.
bullying
Like,
the damn? He was bullying the vice president, wasn't he? Wasn't he bullying the vice president? Yeah. So in his mind, he own that shit. It's his. He do what he want to do.
Yeah. Let's watch this part.
What them Iranians said. That Iranian, whoever is leading them right now, that man said he went over there into Venezuela, and so now he think he could do this all over the world, and we not having it. Right now, we in the position to fight. We have to fight, and the only solution is to come to a resolution where this war ends permanently.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this.
The Interior, Doug Burgum, is in Venezuela this week, meeting with the acting president, Delcy Rodriguez, to discuss mining developments in the country. It's the second visit from a Trump administration secretary to the country since the ousting of Nicolas Maduro in January. At a press conference yesterday, Burgum and Rodriguez announced that two countries would be working together.
This is weird. Now she's sitting up over there, and he's sitting right there. It's weird. And a month ago, you was bombing her ass, trying to, this is some weird ass shit to me.
What's weird about it? This is the status quo.
Projects. Let's bring in CBS News national correspondent.
I guess.
I don't know why you think it's weird. This what they do.
Shit is game. Well, maybe it's because it's so brazen. It's right in your face. It's not like we doing this in the dark or behind the scenes. It's just like it's in your face.
That's because
Is
Trump
what
is
I'm
part
told.
of the mud seal class and he don't have no decorum.
Right, 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 right.
with intelligence agents from the Venezuelan regime. Now it was filled with U.S. officials, oil and gas executives, Venezuelan officials entering into deals with them, people who work for the embassy, which back then was shut down. But I do want to point to what is behind me, not the bus, when it passes. We're seeing, I wanted to stand here just to note, that sign says, Nosotros venceremos, we shall thrive, with Nicolas Maduro with a peace sign. Now I think about the split screen and the peace sign from Nicolas Maduro when he was being captured and brought to justice in the United States. The fact that the Secretary of the Interior of the United States was sitting not just next to the interim president, but to his counterpart in Venezuela, Diosdado Cabello. He is the Interior Minister here, the person who oversees all of those nationalized mines and the oil sector too, the person who controls all of those groups that I mentioned before, and the person who still has a bounty for $25 million on his head in the United States, accused of the pretty much same crimes that Maduro was accused of, is the most bizarre reporting experience I've had in my life. Things have dramatically...
Right. I share her sentiments. This is bizarre to me. I'm just saying, you know.
It ain't bizarre to me. It just out in the open.
Because of business, and more importantly, because of what happened here on January 3rd. Now to the oil and the minerals. This country doesn't just have the vastest oil reserves in the world. It has the largest gold deposits in the whole hemisphere. There are so many of the critical minerals for technology, for AI, that are in mines here in Venezuela. That is why U.S. companies are here to cut deals through the United States with the government of Venezuela. They are planning to go in to mine, to explore, to extract. But the problem is that Venezuela's mining sector has been controlled by the Colombian guerrillas, by organized crime from here in Venezuela.
Why not, instead of worry about Venezuela, why not just get oil from Ghana? There's an untapped oil reserve in Guyana. Yet, though, you want to kill dozens of people from Venezuela. You know what this is about. Come on. It's about y'all trying to. Anyway, you can get off of here.
Some think he is in the age of empire. Okay, he think it's time to conquer the world all over again.
I guess so. Anyway.
Meanwhile, we over here suffering. He don't give a damn about us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the craziest shit ever. This is some interesting stuff. But yeah, that didn't look odd to me. That look very normal. They just doing shit in your face. Just we don't care.
It's gang. I mean, it's breaking broad daylight. It's gang in broad daylight. Okay.
We ain't got to follow no laws. We do what we want. Say something. We'll bum your ass. Yeah. And don't be talking too much in the interior of the country, okay? Because he'll send ICE to your ass. Look, stop playing. This is the Trump regime. Y'all better recognize what the hell's going on. Baby, this is... Ooh. This a whole mess. Hopefully this shit it simmers down before my children are out in the world and on their own. Jesus. Woo.
Yeah. Well, Queen, I'm gonna get off of here. Get off of here. Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Let me go ahead and see what the fuck going on and be up in clouds and see this dumb shit I be seeing the last couple of days, which I'm not going to mention over here. Yeah.
Well, have a good day.
Yeah. And then I'm going to sleep and then I'm going to work. That's what I'm going to do after that. Yeah.
That's a day. See you later.
Yeah, that's the day. Yeah. Oh, it's still foggy. It's foggy as a mother. It's still foggy after all that rain. But anyway, yeah, let me get out of here. Y'all be easy, and I'll see y'all later. I'm out. Peace. Oh yeah, I gotta go on. Okay, I'm out. Oh, by the way, let me do this real quick. You know what to do. Yeah. Donations are very, very appreciative, right? Oh yeah, here's a QR code right here. Yeah, go on that QR code. Oh yeah, and again, donations, gifts, gifts, gifts are very appreciative. Get out of here. And yeah, they did, but people didn't listen. Right. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. He said Roland Martin, VP Press, tried to tell us. Exactly. Right. Yeah, man. I'm gonna do my Umar. Hold on. Let me do my Umar real quick. Donations. Gifts. Yeah. I'm gonna get my Umar on. Let me get my Umar on. You know what? Everybody get your Umar. What? Everybody. Oh man, I gotta do a song on that shit. You know how you know that song though. Everybody get like you're rolling on. Everybody get your Umar. What? Everybody get your Umar. Everybody get your Umar. What? Oh man. Shit. I might do a parody song on that shit. Oh man. Oh shit. Yeah. Do that and add it to your okay. You know what? I might do that though, Queen. I might do that, Queen. What's going on, Candy Cane? Yeah. I might do that. Though. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna use my editing software because I gotta. Yeah. I gotta do editing software. I gotta do editing software with that for that type of clip. Yeah. Anyway, thank y'all for listening for this morning. Yeah, so I might do a part 3. I don't know yet. There's too much stuff going on in Texas. You know, they finally got 99% of the vote. And yes, though, like I said, the math ain't mathing. She's, it was no way for her to win. So, after seeing the rest of the vote that came in, so yeah, so I'm gonna get out of here, and let's see what trouble happens in this part of YouTube. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a nice one. Big J out. Oh, wait. Hold on. From what I saw, Queen, it's 99% of the vote has been cast. That's been read. So mathematically she can't really, if they went to 100, she wouldn't win. Is what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm out. Y'all have a good one. I'll be damned. Okay. No. How many votes did they discard it? I don't know, Queen. I really don't know. I don't know. You know what? Again, we might have a part 3 to that. Okay, I might do a part 3. What happened to the other votes that was turned away, or do the courts have to decide that? I don't know. But anyway, let me get out of here. I'm out.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.